Okay. Stream is up, sending data. Hopefully frames don't drop again. It's gotta be restream at this point, cause... Okay. Okay. I think it's restream that's causing that. Damn it. Oh well. Whatever, we'll play it out. Play it out.
All right.
Getting back to things. Logera's been petrified.
Okay, yeah, so I think at this point, Magdalene, kind of keeping one out for other dragons, is going to walk over to the Logare statue, and I think first she's going to check if he has any he had that big bag with the way too much chalk in it. She's going to see if he has any like spell components that weren't petrified.
He's actually just not have the bag on him right now.
Okay, we'll look for it later. Okay, so she's going to pull out her spell. Okay, yeah, so she's going to... So then she's going to pull out her spellbook and use her last third level spell slot to cast Reduce on the Logare statue and put it in the bag of holding.
Alright, easy enough to do. Alright. Eni and Jared are going to the inn.
Yep.
One...
And Ember's gonna, because he knows Autumn's mom has transport via plans, he's just gonna find the nearest tree and just sit next to it and just wait.
Yeah. Could I get everyone to roll a d20? I would say, because Jared is carrying Eni, either Poke Emblem or Zaldin would roll the d20.
I'll allow... Well, actually... are you able to roll d20?
I can roll a physical d20, but digital formats are breaking for me at the current moment. I apologize.
No worries.
Why am I apologizing? It's not my fault it's broken. I need to get better about that.
Alright. Ember got 13. So, eventually, as you're sitting in front of the tree, you begin to feel the wind whipping around you and hear the wing beats, and eventually the feet setting down of the Eternal Scholar as she lands beside you. Did you manage to apprehend him?
Magdalene reaches into the bag and pulls out the statue.
As Magdalene met up with Ember?
Are you here?
Or, yeah. Well, I think Magdalene would be sticking with Ember.
Okay.
Okay, he wouldn't object, but he's being very quiet and keeping to himself.
Okay.
So
you gesture to the bag.
Yeah, or I think it's like I reach into the bag and like pull out the shrunken statue.
What happened to him?
I guess he was working for a hag who got upset with this not going as well as she wanted.
she got away. We failed. I'm sorry.
No, that is... We apprehended him. We can question him. We defeated him. We succeeded. We will learn more, hopefully, as time progresses. I should make a report. Yes?
Throxena said something about bones. Were we not able to get to someone?
You're referring to the letter, correct?
Yes.
I sent that letter. I meant it as coded. There were items of Shadow Elf make found at the summoning circle.
but not signs of a hostage or former hostage.
No. It seems
Okay.
no one was harmed in the initial act.
Okay.
I need to report this to my father and grandfather. Would you prefer I leave your identities out of this?
I mean, I already told your husband what I knew about all this, so he knows my involvement, so you can include me if you want.
I ask because while there is a chance of our risks causing trouble with the authorities, we also might be rewarded. So I wanted to respect your rights to privacy.
I've been involved in this for a very long time. You can mention who I am.
And I would rather lead with honesty going forward.
Very well. She gives a slight bow to you both before waiting a moment in case either of you has anything to say, and then flying off.
I think Magdalene would have just held up the statue as it's like, so do you want to take him or should we keep him?
At that time, the tree begins to open up, and stepping through are Autumn and Ainsling. I think Autumn...
Do you think I would have brought Ginger?
Yeah. Ginger is immediately so happy to see you.
I immediately pick her. He immediately picks her up and just buries his face in her fur.
Does Autumn have proficiency in insights?
Yes.
Okay, so we're looking at like plus...
Yeah, you think like +8.
Yeah. Oh no, a natural
Oh, God.
one!
Ooh.
And you know what? Ember's at 14 hit points right now. I think she's just very concerned with that.
Yeah, I think she'll, like, seeing you so injured, are you okay? And then she, like, walks over to you. Let's say she does a 3rd level Cure Wounds for now.
Okay.
29 hit points you heal.
Okay. That triples my current HP. Okay. So. Okay. And, he's... Oh, yeah, and he's gonna look over to, Magdalene and say, oh, this, you met her. This is Magdalene. You met her as Dione. She's good people.
So we got the bad guy, she says, holding up the statue.
Oh? Ainsling will look at it. He's smaller than I expected.
Well, he wouldn't fit in the bag at normal size, so...
And made of wood.
That's what I called you in for.
Makes sense.
Apparently he's working for a hag.
Both of them in sync are just like, oh.
we should get back to the inn and figure out what we're supposed to do next. And then he's gonna give both of them the TLDR of what's been going on the past week.
They listen intently.
Mm-hmm. And also, while he's giving the summary, he's gonna make a point of hey, Jared's been really nice and helpful, and so maybe don't be too mad at him, please.
All right, if you say so.
Yeah, I think Magdalene's gonna put the statue back in the bag and kind of encourage them to, walk and talk while leading them in the direction of the inn.
Mm-hmm. And I imagine Ember's just holding Ginger, and she's just nonstop licking him.
Yeah. Let me double check. What level is Greater Restoration?
Fifth.
Fifth. And
And you need, I think, 100 GP of diamond dust.
Yeah.
I
So if we want to level up, I don't know, right now.
well, yeah, you guys are leveling up right now.
Yeah.
I was gonna save it for the end of the session to give you guys time to do things, but also if you want to take care of it right now.
Mm-hmm.
I should be able to undo this, in theory, as long as I have the materials. But if you're saying it's a hag, I have no idea if there's other problems that might come with that. I can try.
Thank you. And Ains given that you've been looking into this longer than anyone, I'd figured you'd want to be brought into the investigation, since I get the impression that that's what you do now, or that's what you do.
Me? No, I just take it easy all day. Thanks. I think she ruffles your hair a bit.
I feel like she's definitely taller than him.
Yeah, definitely. She got the tall genes in the family.
Yep. Okay, I think with that they'll meet up at the inn, and Ember is gonna go and check on Eni and Jared.
How are Eni and Jared?
Eni's passed out. Okay, the wad doesn't crumple.
Jared would have simply just headed back to one of the rooms, and he wouldn't do much else. He would just sit there and he'd want to make sure she's all right, and probably would pass the time continuing one of his projects.
All right.
Yeah, I think once they're back, Magdalene is gonna cast Identify and work on the statue and also the staff they got.
Does Identify tell you what the magical effect is?
I believe it does.
Yeah, it says, you touch an object throughout the spell's casting. If the object is a magic item or some other magical object, you learn its properties and how to use them, blah, blah, blah. You learn whether any ongoing spells are affecting the item and what they are. If instead you touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn which ongoing spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
I would say I'll give you it's not a it's not a spell. It's hag magic. So there's not much you're really getting in a way of the like exact mechanics of how it's working. But one thing you will be able to tell is that it will not be simple to just get rid of. Just a greater restoration might not work, and in fact there is a chance it might cause some backlash on the caster. The staff is an enspelled staff containing Conjure Woodland Beings, which means you can cast Conjure Woodland Beings a number of times per rest.
Ah.
And that's what you learn.
Yeah, so I think Peggle is just looking at, the statues like, oh no, I guess we might just have to leave him like this for a bit. How terrible.
I will add his statue to my bag.
Do any of you try to do anything immediately about the situation, or are we getting into rest territory?
I think not necessarily with this, but I think Ember is gonna just go upstairs and check on Jared and Nini.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll bring Ginger with him.
Ruff.
So he's just gonna on their door.
A moment later, you'd hear footsteps approaching, and it would open. Yes?
Nothing.
Asleep still?
Think two of you could use any company, and we'll look down at Ginger.
I wouldn't say no.
You alright?
I am tired. I am worried. I am frustrated. Nothing went right, I don't think. Or rather, I do think that nothing went right. I don't know what else could have been done. I'm still upset that nothing was done. The hag appeared when he turned to nothing but a tree. Everything went to shit. And he's just gonna head back in, leaving the door open, and just sit on the bed, continue whittling away at a project that seems to be very nearly done.
I'm sorry.
You didn't do anything wrong. There's nothing to apologize for. I appreciate the sentiment, however. You need not take any blame. It's all on Logair, the hag, and the various fae that we and others encountered. the very least, we killed, detained, incapacitated, or otherwise acquired most. The fact that an archhag has been summoned and teleported and is now somewhere is concerning, but we are powerless to do anything about it, even if we didn't know where she were, or where she is. What plans she had. What have you.
Funny. Since I talked with the other person we know who's involved in this, I was expecting some great horror, and that was the reason for my life to get derailed. I'm honestly a little bit insulted that she was what I went through so much of because
Well, at the very
I'll probably eat
least,
those words
it's.
eventually, but
I'm sorry. Could you say again?
I might eat those words eventually, but
Well, at the very least, it's not a mystery anymore. At the very least, now we know, if not the entire reason, part of it. And now that we know what we are dealing with, we may not know why the hag is here, but at least we know that there is an archhag. Information is very important, and now that we have the little piece that we do, we can start anticipating more. We may not know what more, but more nonetheless.
well, I think between the four of us and those we have helping us, we can find some way to at least get some information out of Logarian, even in his current state. So we'll get something
There
out of
are... Go ahead, sorry.
He just said we'll get something out of this, even if it's not tonight.
Eventually. Sometime, sooner or later.
You two get some rest. I'm gonna make room arrangements for Autumn and Ainsling.
All right.
See you in the morning.
Before you go, actually, Jared will finish one last piece of the carving he was whittling, and he will present it to you. And it is of you. It's a little rough around the edges, but if you had seen his previous work of himself, then it's better. He is making progress. At the very least, you can very clearly tell that it is meant to be you.
Mm-hmm. I think he's very he is very caught off guard and very touched by it and just says, "Thanks.
Of course.
Guess that I could draw you something as a thank you."
You don't have to do anything for it. It's just something I want to do for everyone.
Thanks. And then he'll just hold it out to Ginger to sniff a bit.
Sniff, sniff.
Don't lick it.
Can I get a persuasion check from Jared? Or persuasion or animal handling?
Well, animal handling is 2, persuasion is 5. I think that one's just a bit better. That'll be a 19.
I think Ginger will then look at you, Jared, and like sniff in your direction. No, the real reaction. I presume you all proceed to go about resting?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, and with making rooms for and Ainsley, it means like getting Ainsley a room and then getting a room with Autumn where they can just have all the snuggles.
I mean, I
He
can-
needs that.
You have 2 rooms. If you're gonna be not in a room, I can bunk with whoever's in the Magdalene.
Sure, and she can help you go over everything.
Sounds good.
No, I think Magdalene is already passed out when this conversation is happening.
Just face planted into her scarf on the bed.
Yeah.
Eventually, does Ember also pass out, or?
I think eventually, like his body is able to relax and he falls asleep.
Unfortunately, as you all, does Jared pass out or does he stay awake?
He'll stay awake for a while.
Eventually, Jared, you will hear a knocking at your doors.
He just quietly hums to himself, stands up, and then goes over to answer.
You will see the Drakenblood Knight you have seen a few times before. Did I give you guys his name?
I don't think you ever have.
No.
Yeah. He is standing there with the other 2, the large bulking figure and the skinnier floating one. Apologies for disturbing you, but you have been called by the Fang himself for an audience.
Immediately?
When you can make it, but the scholar has also been called to the audience, so... And she is already at the lair.
The others need to rest. I believe most, if not all of them, are asleep currently, and I will inform them of this call as soon as they awaken.
Very well. We will inform the Dragon Lords of this.
Jared nods. Have a good... Well, hopefully the rest of today is better.
Indeed. How long does everyone rest before the audience has had?
At least a long rest.
Alright, so you will wait a
Aha.
while.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, I'm gonna do a
Like,
cut.
I have all of 2 spell slots left.
I have one left.
In that case, I'm gonna cut to a cutscene because I had an interaction in mind for between the Steel Guardian and the Eternal Scholar, and I do want to play that out if it's fine with everyone, because otherwise this won't be on screen.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
We cut to the inside of the lair, right outside the Fang's chamber. The scholar laying down, loafing, one could say, waiting, with a larger war dragon standing not next to her, but near. Eventually, after a few hours have passed, and it has been clear that you all will not be attending soon, she will be called in. But before she stops and turns to her father. I'm sorry. For what? When I saw that creature attacking Thraxena, I rushed in recklessly. I thought of nothing but tearing it apart. And that is not what you've taught me. I acted in anger and rage, and you have stressed the importance of staying temperate. There's a pause as he looks her over. My daughter, you acted in defense of your young. That is the most basic instinct any creature has. You did not seek to cause more destruction than was necessary, only to eliminate the threat. And for that, I could not be disappointed in you. Cutscene over. So yeah, for sake of expediency, I presume when you all awake, you head over, unless there's anything anyone wants to RP before that.
I think you'll head over. Will the 2 ways I brought in be invited, or are they just gonna be hanging out at the inn?
As you head up to
Looking
the
at the logo statue.
as you head up to the fortress, they will not be allowed into the audience, but they are at least allowed to accompany up to the fortress.
Okay.
And
I'm guessing she's not allowed inside either.
Ginger's let in. She's just a dog.
Okay. Or is she?
I mean, if we get to a high enough level, there is true polymorph. Yeah, I think that, before heading out, one brief scene, that Jared would like to have, is whenever, Emi wakes up after everything that happened. Basically, just sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, all right.
Okay.
Yeah. So Jared would just
This point in the evening, or by this time, Ginger will be snuggling with Eni, so she gets to wake up to dog breath.
Yeah. Just as Ginger pants in Edie's face, she kind of makes a face and just a grimace and just clearly wakes her eyes. What time is it?
Morning. Or wait, is it morning or is it just a very late at night?
I would say it would be late at night.
Late at night. Retcon that. Very late. I don't know the exact time, but it was... Essentially, you just got a full night's rest.
Doesn't really feel like it, but... Again, kind of grimacing as Ginger pants again. This isn't the wake up I really wanted, but good to see you again. Don't know how you got here. As Edie just kind of pats Ginger on the head before sitting up.
How are you feeling? Besides, exhausted from earlier today.
Combination of shits, but feel better. I've been extended my magic like that for quite some time.
Neither have I. Although this is also the first time that I've even had this much magic to expend.
Hopefully, after a trial like this, I have a bit more of it.
In due time.
So, what did I miss while I was out? As she'll shift to sitting at the side of the bed, still patting Ginger.
We were summoned for an audience with the Rusted Fang.
She sighs. Should have expected this to be coming.
We don't know for certain whether or not it is simply for our actions during the Fey siege, or if it is for something more.
Unless his memory's that bad, I think he'll probably figure out who I am.
There is a strong chance of it, yes.
The others are up. Let's not put it off. Let's go say hi to the old fart.
He nods, but there's a moment's hesitation on his face before he asks, "Are you sure you're alright?"
Hold on.
Holding. Me gripping onto my laptop, I am holding.
Perfectly great. Edie kind of turns back to him, gives a toothy grin and a thumbs up. How high is your passive insight?
Passive insight is 15.
Oh yeah, then you would definitely see that her smile doesn't go nearly as high as she normally would have it. As well as you can see her kind of taking some deeper breaths at some points, and hands shake a bit slightly.
He takes in the details, frowns. And how would he say this? I think he would phrase it. Noticing, noticing the brief details, the small giveaways to how she's actually doing, Jared will say, you... No, I hate it when I'm about to say a train of thought and then I lose it as I'm about to say it. I apologize. He would say,
Hello?
hello.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm just trying to regather my thoughts. I think he would, with an uncharacteristic softness to his voice. Your hands are still shaking, Edie.
She'll, oh, keep going.
He'll, continue with... I would... I may not be a good person with words, but I'd like to listen at the very least if there is something on your mind. More than just physical and magical exhaustion.
He will, as he's saying that, she will stop. Hand placed on the doorknob, and just sigh, kind of dropping her shoulders a bit. Now, yes, this is the tricky thing of getting so close to my past. Past which I'm entirely proud of, even if I don't remember everything.
That seems to be the not remembering everything part is not quite the same, but I feel that on the subject of having a difficult past, I feel as though I may be one of the few qualified people to say that whoever that was does not have to hold who you are from anything.
Maybe not, but she looks down at just looking at her hands. Y'all have done some awful things. And bloodied a lot of people's hands. Some good, some bad. But the most worst when the hands are innocent, like hers. Yes, I just... I might also just be protecting you a bit as well. She goes kind of another kind of weak smile as she looks up. So, guess I'm just worried that at any moment I could end up right back in that prison up here. During that fight with the satyrs. That fear really did kinda sink in. And it might be just losing control. Being locked up in chains again. Oh, in all honesty, the past few days have not been great. And concerned the worst might be yet to come. Hearing the things that I might not quite remember. My sins.
Jared will finally stand and walk over to her. And he'll look down at his own hands and ball them into fists, clench them tightly, and just undo them, stretching them out, and then just repeat that a few times. I am not entirely stainless myself. There have been many that I have slain or otherwise harmed. I sometimes feel as though that even though they're already clean, I can still feel it slicking my blade, running down to my hands. Blood, sweat, the grime from the battlefield. But despite the destruction, they can also be for preservation, to protect what is, or creation, and place some of what was taken in some minor way. You may have noticed me whittling every now and again. Trying to practice that. There may be blood on both of our hands. And we may never truly ever be completely absolved of it. But at the very least, we can choose when they are bloodied. And we can choose whose blood lies on them. And while I may not have been chained in the way that you were, while I cannot entirely understand what you've gone through, I will never let that happen again. I will do everything I can to... I don't know if it is possible, but to ensure that you are either truly free, to ensure that you are never imprisoned in that way again. If you wanted, I'd even be willing to put on the hat.
She stops at that. Just kind of looking at him. You go that far. Give up essentially your body for me. Well, haven't you turned into a knight in shining armor?
I'm trying.
She, Nini gives a more genuine smile as she, wipes her eyes a bit. Oh, I'm not quite sure on your words, but... if nothing else, it does put me a bit more at ease.
I'm glad. And although we may... Oh, sorry, continue.
Still one sin, unfortunately, that I'll never be able to wash away. Staying in the hands of an innocent. That certainly wasn't her choice.
That is true. While I don't know what or how that will resolve, one thing that I do know is referring to your point of the past coming back. We'll face it, whatever it is. I'm certain that mine certainly isn't finished, and if there is anything I can do to help you with yours, then I will. Just as I'd hope you would with mine.
I mean, I think since I've been around for quite a while, I think mine blows yours out of the water.
That is
I mean,
true.
Yeah, I got your back. She kind of gives a light punch to his arm. Ow.
Yeah, just a little smirk at the attempt, and he'd actually purposefully like move his body to go with the punch to make it seem as though it had more of an impact than it may otherwise have. And happy to see that she at least seems to be doing a bit better. He will smile and nod. I'm glad that you seem a bit better.
That's as best that I can be, you know. Now, let's get going. We got old goat to go meet.
Indeed we do. And the best that you can be is all that you need to be. Let's get the others.
Alright.
Head on out.
Yep. You all will gather. No dragons waiting for you as you're given entrance to the Dragon Lord's inner sanctum of the fortress. And eventually you are let into the site that Jared and Ember have experienced before. Welcome. My granddaughter speaks highly of you. I hear that you all slayed a twisted dragon and brought the one responsible for the incursion to justice.
Indeed. As well as we possibly could have.
Excellent. Very well done. Because of that, I offer you all the reward you would have earned from victory in the tournament. Which includes... And he will do his best to look at Jared.
He will move to assist him in getting a good view of Jared.
Do you still wish for my power?
I do.
Very well. Do not fear this. And he will... When I described the scholar's breath, I described it as a purple fog. I meant burgundy. So he lets out that same burgundy smoke. Does Jared panic? Does he try to keep himself from inhaling it, or does he just accept it?
He not only accepts it, he will he'll even breathe deep of it.
I think instantly, as soon as it gets into your lungs, your mind flashes to gruesome scenes of battle, but very quickly you find yourself empowered by it. You feel in control, and they fade. And you feel the power of a new patron. The rest of you, I will describe the contents of the hoard, but not in great detail. If you ask about them, he might give a more detailed description. However, he will not give you the exactly what this item is. A little game, as it were. Of course, you can ask for some of the gems or some of the money, but the items contained include 2 different vials of liquid, a scroll, a belt harness sort of deal. So it's like a belt, but then it also has kind of like suspenders and go up to like shoulder mounting. A very, very fancy carpet, a book, a piece of chain shirt, a shield with web patterns on it, a ring, a small stone, and given a very prominent a very prominent place in the collection is a very elegant but very honed lance.
Could Ember do magic awareness to get like a little bit of a more detailed reading on everything in the room?
I would say
We don't have to.
I'll say no just for time's sake, because we're already going over.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's just what my character would do.
They're just like totally overloaded by the magic auras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will also say for
Like, oh, that was a mistake. That was a mistake.
it's fine. I will also clarify that Jared's choice of reward has been new patron.
Okay.
So that means someone can get something for him. No, don't do that.
I mean, do you want a shiny new lance?
Yeah.
I mean,
I was gonna say, Samuel, is this just barbarian with pike propaganda?
I mean, if you want to grab the lance, you can.
In our home game, he plays a barbarian with a pike.
Yeah.
That's
Polearms need more love.
they do. They do indeed.
Magdalene's looking at the carpet.
Yeah.
I'm like, is this a flying carpet?
Yeah, I was liking that as well.
Yes.
yeah.
Hehehehe.
It's like a. What's the book look like?
The book, as you look at it, begins to detail some very advanced scientific and magical theories. It goes over history.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So by reading it, it could possibly make you smarter.
Perhaps.
Okay.
course, that wouldn't stack with the headband.
Yeah. That's like the one he wouldn't benefit from because of the headband. Okay. What do the potions look like?
Yeah, there's
I'm just gonna be like, what does this look like? What does this look like?
there's one that definitely bears similarity to healing potions, and then the other seems like a oil that you would put on a weapon.
Okay. Also, so as both to the like GM, but also I suppose in character, because I don't know how Ember would phrase this, but like Ember does have a horde item. I don't suppose leveling up the horde item could be his reward, or if that's not something the Rusted Fang is able to do. So.
That would be within my power.
Ember's gonna wait and see what what the ladies go with.
All right.
Yeah, and then so I'm trying to remember, are chain shirts medium or heavy?
They are medium.
Okay, yes. I think Magdalene is going to look at the chain shirt as well. See if she wants to go with that or the carpet.
All right. Eenie?
You know what? Eni is just gonna walk over and take the ring.
All right. It is a ring of spell storing.
Thank you very kindly. I was hoping for that.
So now you have 2 of them.
That is going to be very helpful. Especially since I just got 5th level.
Ooh. Even more powerful fireballs.
Yeah, Magdalene might do identify to see what the chain shirt is.
It is poison resistance.
Which I already have.
Carpet.
Yeah, I kind of want the carpet.
All right. Carpet of flying.
How big is it?
I think. Well, I may have to double check, but just from what I briefly saw, it looks like new rules are just single-size carpet. Let me double check. Oh no, there are different sizes. Give me a D4 roll.
It's a 1.
1. It is
Damn it.
a 3 by 5 foot carpet, which means it has a 80-foot fly speed. It can carry 200 pounds.
Okay.
Basically, the bigger the carpet, the more it can carry, but the slower it is.
Okay. So you can be fast.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, with the fly
Okay.
speed, that is really nice.
Okay. So. Because it's like there's lance, there's the chain shirt, there's the potions, there's the book. Anything else? Oh yeah, the shield, which I think I know what the shield is.
There is also the belt.
I'll have a look at the belt. I have my suspicions about it.
Will you ask about it?
Yes.
That was something I managed to claim during the Great War. Taken from a powerful soldier.
What sort of... here's the thing. Miranda is like 90% sure this is a belt of giant strength. Like...
It gave
Who
him
knows?
great strength in battle.
Okay. What sort of enemy was it?
He was a Jotun, but it gave him strength to rival myself.
So what type of giant is?
I think you're gonna have to take it and find out.
No, so
I can identify it for you if you want.
the
Okay.
the type of giant would not be applicable in this setting.
Okay. So it would just give the normal like 21 strength.
It would like it still has the tiers, but like in setting you wouldn't know the giant type. It would just be like, yes, it is a this level belt of
Okay.
strength.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think casting Identify on it would be worth it, because the thing is, Ember's maxed out on magic items, and it's like, I wanna make sure that, like, giving him an additional magic item would be worth his while. So.
It is a in base rules cloud giant strength belt, which means strength score of 27.
Oh boy!
Oh,
Oh, oh, oh.
Oh god.
However,
That
one thing I will
Oof.
say, Magdalene, the lance bears resemblance to something you've come across in your research.
Hmm. What sort of
Okay, let's
something?
Before you set out, you did come across legends of like
I knew it. I knew it.
of powerful lances that were used in battles between dragons.
I had a feeling because I was like, this sounds familiar.
I'm at a loss.
If you don't mind me providing a quick reminder, Edie actually came across a reference to an item similar to this
Oh,
Yeah, in her, when she was gathering rumors.
I had forgotten that. Ooh, hell yeah.
I may be misremembering that Magdalene got the rumors bad. One of you heard rumors about it.
Uh-huh. It was like, I had that in my head, where it's like, I don't use lances, but... And it might just be nitpicking on the details, but it's like, that might be it.
Oh, and oh god, so I'm basically choosing between like 3 insanely high level like things.
Do you want to identify the dragon lance? Oh, I just straight up said it.
Shit.
That's what it is. Like,
Well, it's a dragon's lance.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean? It's a dragon's lance.
Do you want to identify it so that you can have a better idea of what you're picking between?
Sure.
Dragon Lance is a +3 weapon that deals an extra 3d6 force damage to dragons. And then when you hit, another dragon within 30 feet of you can use its reaction to make a melee attack. I may change that. I may make that more of a variable type of damage because Tyrant does do force damage, which means he would be immune. So I will let you guys change up that damage type against Law Dragons.
Okay.
Oh, that's a very good weapon.
Uh-huh.
It's like there are other it's not very common that there are dragons around us or that we are fighting dragons. However, for those rare occasions, it's just also a +3 weapon. That's also
It
very
is.
good.
+3 is really good.
Yeah, so you want just general boost or the weapon of BBEG slaying?
Think about it, please. I'm saying, can we call the session here and then come back to it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We'll
No
give
worries,
you some time to
we'll
think
leave it.
about it.
On suspense of which of these 3 powerful items will we choose.
Yeah, 'cause here's the thing, cause with the potion making horn, I know what it does when it gets to the next level. Good.
It
Oh.
lets you turn into a dragon, which is really good in combo with the Dragon Lance.
But it seems like it's I have to pick either leveling up the horn or the belt or the lance. I'm guessing I'm guessing the belt I know is achievement. I'm guessing lance is also achievement, right?
Double checking. I think it is though. Yes.
Okay. So
Makes the most
if
sense.
I go with either of those, I have to sacrifice my my slippers of spider climbing attunement. So okay.
Yeah. We'll come back to this next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I'm sorry, that's a very unsatisfying way to end the session.
No, it's
No,
fine.
no, it's not. It's not unsatisfying. It's suspenseful. There's a difference.
You picked the 2 legendary items in the horde.
All right. So.
Bye, chat.